Shit real too.
We up in here, salute. All the hip hop heads was goody.
Raspberry, bud red, the kind you find in a secondhand store. That's a Venice piece.
We talking Jay today.
Haters kiss their teeth, can't buy this new. I had to back, you know how I do. Two-tone with the powder blue. Realest shit to come out the stew. Khaled is valid, every word is true. What this nigga gonna do without us, do? I see the top of the Maybach. 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 To the top of my Maybach, nigga. To the top of my Maybach. I chop the top off a notice. Ride around town with the floaters. 1.5 for the landolay. B put the fuckboy on notice.
I'm the only lady else still the realest nigga in the room. I break the internet top 2 and I ain't number 2. My body, my ice, my cat.
No food made so. Just sit out.
We up in here was goody. We starting at 3, man. We want to play a little Jay, you know what I mean? Get the move right.
You shut up and tell your master to come on out and deal with me. Next time you bring up the guns, you gon' respect us. That little vest ain't gon' do you. I choose for nigga. I ain't even trying to pull you up, man, on your slim. I'm a soldier from that mode. I'm the ghost of him. From the era police stretcher, no cameras catch it. Drop you off in the rival hood, you rather be arrested. If you didn't have no straps, you couldn't wear your necklace. Niggas hand around your throat, that's a choker reference. My ancestors took old food, made soul food. Jim Crow's a troll too, he stole the soul music. That's the blood that goes through me, so you assuming I can never sell my soul, they sold to me. People teaching the rooming, but don't confuse me. You mouthful for the cameras, I make a
Gritty was good.
now here's some jury. No
What's going down?
is conquered from the outside until it destroys itself from within. Pin. Put a pin in that, we'll come back when I'm fin. You can't talk like I talk, cause you ain't been where I've been.
Hey, man, salute to everybody holding down. Real hip hop fans, man. Salute, man. You know how it goes down, man. Fresh out, man. We in here, man. I see Gritty in here, 9 plus, man. J Kemp, Bebo P, they about to drop in here today. We just wanted the Martin Luther King swag, man. Since hopefully you got the day off. If you working, man, salute. Get that money. But we just wanted to have a little convo. Let y'all talk, man. We've been talking forever, man, for 2024. So I want to give y'all a chance, man, to get in here, just kind of spit some jewels, man. We want to hear from y'all. But again, man, salute to everybody on this Martin Luther King Day. Hopefully you got the day off. If not, man, you're slacking at your desk. You're slacking at your job. You know what I'm saying? Make them pay you for your time. You know, extra time today, man. Salute to William, man, up in here. Mr. Lay, OG, man. And phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? Salute. Like I said, we starting a little early, man, but just wanted to, get you guys' opinions on this new J record, man. We ain't heard from y'all. But then also just Jay's legacy, man. You know, like I said, man, this ain't no comparison. We just talking about Jay today. But also, man, we want to talk about Benny. The new album is going to drop this Friday. We're really excited about that, the first Def Jam debut. And there's a lot riding on that album because this is the album that basically will tell labels, man, if they continue to sign artists who actually spit bars and not the Ice Spices of the world. You know what I'm saying? The Cody Rays and all that joint. You know what I'm saying? Bebo P's in here. Salute. We'll get him up here. Like I said, we started a little early, but just want y'all to get a little vibe, man. Again, we talking to Jay today, man. Benny. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Yazin Bay. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy on going crazy on Drake. All the fans going crazy. Man, D-Von's in here, man. We got to get you on here, man. Salute to D-Von, man.
Salute to Devon and everybody else in the building. What's good with
Bebo
everybody?
P was
What's happening,
goody, man.
Iceberg? Hey, what's going on
What's
with
going on,
everybody?
man?
Gritty?
Hopefully you're not working today, right,
Nah,
Bebo?
nah.
If not, you're giving it to the man today.
Hey,
Paul.
hey.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
already know. You already know. But salute to the people. We see looks like NAZ is Nas, Gritty, D, and Non Plus,
Yeah,
Mar,
man.
Mr. Leo G, Will I Am, and Zero. What's good with y'all?
Hey man, salute to everybody in here. Hey man, while everybody's still kind of chiming in, man, you know, I started a little early today, man. I was playing the J playlist, man, from Adriel Green, man, just to kind of get the vibe going. If you don't have it, it's the playlist basically of all the music that Jay-Z's done after 444, which is kind of like interesting to me because there's literally 31 tracks on here. So Jay's dropped 31 tracks, man, whether they're him by himself or collaborations. Most of them are collaborations.
Right.
Uh, where he's dropped a pretty good, solid amount of verses. You know what I'm saying? So we can't put him in the Andre 3000 wow category. But Bebo P, what's your thoughts as everybody's coming in? I think Jay Kim's gonna join us
Yeah, he's
too.
in here. I see him. What's good,
Um,
Jake?
where's he at? Where's Jay
He's
Kim?
in there
Oh, okay.
listening. He just joined in. Yep.
Okay, hold on. I see him.
Yeah, yeah.
Jay Camper. Yeah, Jay Camper's up in
No,
here, man.
yeah.
Um, what's your thoughts, man? As Camper gets up in here, what's your thoughts, man, on just what we was talking about earlier, man? Just the Jay-Z after 444, and then also, man, in your opinion, of course, we trolling with the topic, man. That Jay-Z need to retire. Of course, he doesn't need to retire. But what do you think he needs to do, man, to maybe solidify some more things to make a good argument? Because right now, I don't see it as an argument as him being a goat. You know what I'm saying? And that's not all we're gonna talk about today. But that's what we're starting off with.
Sure. Well, I mean, just real quick, I'd say that the year is still young in 2024, and with that said, Jay Z had like started off, just in a not great way with that "I Want You Forever" collab that he did with D'Angelo on that Book of Clarence
Okay.
song. So it
Okay.
was not a great way to start off 2024. In fact,
Damn.
the ambiance of 2023 kind of led into this situation of "I Want You Forever," and and that this is probably the worst track that we've heard him
Damn.
on. I mean, just in a long time or period. I understand the importance and the need to be creative, because artistically, after so long, you've done something kind of similar, the same. You want to do something different, but um, at the same time, I will say that Jay Z still has a chance to redeem this circumstance in a major way. He really just needs to drop a solo album with like exceptional music in 2024. I think that'll be a great way to start getting back in the good graces of his consumer base. Because right now, the moves he's making is very disconnected. But I've
It's
said
looking
enough. It's
sus.
looking sus, but I've said enough. I can get Jay Camp's thoughts real quick since he's joined us. What's good, Jay?
Yeah, Jay Kemp gotta unmute his mic. There you go.
I'm on mute.
What's good, Camp?
But
Jay Kemp was good. He was good. He cut.
what's cracking, man? What's happening? What's happening with y'all?
Hey man. Hey, where I'm at. First of all, real quick, man. It's 11 degrees where I'm at. So
It's,
just tell us about the temperature where you at right now, man.
um,
Before
it's,
you
it's,
go in.
it's 74 degrees, bro. I'm good. I'm actually
You
sitting
Oh
outside.
you
God.
know you know we
Oh
hate it up
God
here for
damn.
those who suffer through the polar
God
vortex.
damn.
So we hate it.
Oh my God, man. We got the
Oh
El
man.
Nino cracking right now, man, up here.
I mean, Iceberg through that live. I just had to go ahead and finish it.
He did though. He
Pause.
did.
Hey man, but what's your thoughts, man, on the? We talked about this yesterday in volume, but what after sitting on it, man? What's your thoughts on the Jay-Z just after 444 music, man? We kind of did a chart on it yesterday, but what's your thoughts, man, on the just the Jay joint, man? We just talking about Jay in a vacuum. We ain't comparing to nobody. We just talking about Jay today as far as this topic.
Right. No, I definitely agree with Bebo P. And he said something very important that it feels like Jay Z is just disconnected from the base.
Mm,
From the people who was consumers of his albums back in like the 90s and 2000s. I mean, I haven't heard Hove be Hove on the mic in a long time. And maybe it's because he's been doing a lot of features, but
true.
if this is the path that he's going down and it just feels like that he's intentionally not trying to keep his pen sharp, I mean, I don't think he takes rap as seriously. Obviously, I mean, dude is a billionaire. He's got a million other things going on. But if he's not going to take rap seriously, there's no point in him continuing to
Facts.
even rap, like just A&R or just continue to sign artists to Rock Nation. Because at this point, what he's given us is just subpar. And for someone who is supposed to be etched in stone on that Mount Rushmore,
Jeez.
We expect much more from Jay Z. So, but Bebo said it. I mean, he can definitely redeem himself by coming out with a solo album, not stuff where he's featured and he's rapping, but an actual solo album where he's putting out actual real content. Because didn't he say that if he's going to touch the mic nowadays, it has to be something like real and genuine and something meaningful. Well, we need you to go ahead and drop a meaningful album if you want us to continue to hold you in high regards and the place where you feel that you're at, but also your contemporaries, a lot of them are lapping you right now. So,
Bruh.
I mean, it's cats who will put Wayne over Hove right now, and to me, that's
Facts.
unacceptable.
They yeah.
So,
Most folks
Oh
are. You're
my
right, bro.
God. Well, and again, like we talked about on the show yesterday, that Hallelujah, that little song on the book of
Nah, nah, Bird.
the fucking
Nah, dog. Nah, Bird.
Hallelujah. Come on,
Uh-uh.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
That
Uh-uh.
that
You sound like
the Hallelujah.
Aubrey Berg over here.
Hey man,
The
that joint,
Hallelujah Heaven.
that's the track Jay-Z should have been on again. That and this is the question I have for you guys again, man. If you guys want to tap in, we see Devon up in here.
Yeah, we
Salute
definitely
9
want to hear
Plus
is the
is here.
people.
Salute,
salute
man.
Divine, absolutely.
I'm sending y'all requests, man. The two, man. If y'all want to tap in, Gritty in here. Again, where's the hit boy? Because again, I don't think the Nas run would have happened without the Hit Boys having a vision and saying, "Hey, what do you say? Quad 85. We need to do a song about that. You sure? You sure? Yeah, let's do a song about that." So again, he should have got on that Book of Clearance, that Hallelujah. That would have been a great joint. But Gritty, man, what's your thoughts, man? Salute the Gritty up in here, man. Always supporting us, man. Salute,
Salute with
brother.
the flex to Gritty. What's
Um,
good, bro?
Peace to Gritty,
then
absolutely.
Devon, man, I see you up in here too, man. Just chime in after Gritty, man. What's your thoughts, man, on what we've been talking about on the After 444 with Jay Z? The other question I had too is, if Jay Z does come out, what producer do y'all want him to work with? Because we know there's different versions of Jay, the No ID, the Just Blaze, the when he's working with Ye. Which version do y'all want, and who y'all want him to work with producer wise?
Yeah, man. First of all, you know what I mean? Salute to Fresh Out, J
Man,
Camp,
salute, cuz.
Iceberg. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man, I remember Hove dropping consistent music. Remember that for like 10
Mm,
straight. But it was
facts.
also consistently good music. Now it's just
Yeah,
a mid. So I don't know. He got his 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But I do want to see Hove drop consistent music. If it's gonna be a project, yeah, let it be a project. But I
facts,
want to see it consistently good too, because it's I only
facts,
could count on. I mean, it's only been a handful of good tracks he's been dropping. So yeah, man, I want to see
facts.
that consistent good music from Hove again, not the mid.
Facts, Gritty. Facts.
Agreed.
No
Devon, man, what's
doubt.
goody?
What's good, Devon? Into the ether.
Devon got the album cover as a damn profile picture.
He sure does. You on mute too, bro. If you want to come off here, mute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we appreciate y'all for joining us,
Devon got the living room looking like he's in a high rise joint.
man.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to flex like Gritty too in that
Yeah,
profile
man.
pic. We see you, Devon. We see you, bro.
Hey, Gritty, while Devon's getting the joint straight, like who do you want him to work with? Like who do you think Jay can really like? Hey man, somebody this producer gonna tap in and really get Jay to kind of get back to the wave Jay Z, like not the little hair unit, you know what I'm saying, man unit.
And I want to see him tap in again with Just Blaze or somebody like that. When he had
Mm,
that
mm,
stadium music, like it don't gotta be. He can talk about life still with that stadium music. That's what we fell in love with with the conversational. You know what I mean? Then he went to that
facts,
stadium music. So go
I agree
back to
with that.
that because that's what's going. to If you want to sell, that's what's going to sell and be good. So I feel like
facts,
just stay with that. You know what I mean?
facts. Agree.
Yeah, yeah. Get back to the same formula that made his music pop. Is what you're saying? Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
Devon, you in there? All you gotta do is hit that mute button. I see you. All you gotta do is in there, just hit that mic. The mic is off and on at the bottom.
Yep, should be on the bottom left.
Yeah, that
Right.
bottom left, that little stupid. I hate the little that they set up in Twitter space.
Agreed.
But yeah, when you hit that, you good to go, Devon. Cause you already a speaker. You just gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think it would take long for Jay and Just Blaze. to get that chemistry going again either. So I definitely agree with Gritty on that. I mean, stick to that blueprint that works, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, to make it
And a no
happen.
ID track here and there. Like I mean, 444 was okay, but some of them beats was dope on 444. So no ID could, you know what I mean? One or two tracks on there.
Right.
Oh, for sure. No ID bless some of them joints on 444. So I mean, we know Hove has traditionally been good at picking producers and picking beats. I mean, he's kind of led. He was leading the pack for a while when it came to just picking elite producers and just picking elite beats. So I would assume Jay can get back to
Facts.
that formula.
Yeah, that'd be easy for him.
Yeah, man. Hey, salute to Mar up in here, man. Zero, man. William, man. Like I said, man, if you guys want to speak, man, 9 plus, we always see you up in here holding it down, man. If you definitely want to speak, holla, man. I don't want to get your name wrong. Salea, salute to you too up in here. If I'm saying that wrong, salute. Nas up in here, man. If you guys want to talk, man, again, we do the Twitter spaces, man, to really hear y'all talk. Uh, Devon said my request is failing, bro. What you on you on the Android, cook? I'm gonna take you out and bring you back in. Let's see if we get you going. Hold up. I sent you another request. Um, but again, like I said, we do this so we can
I
kind
think
of hear
he's in
from
there
you guys.
now.
Yeah, you in there
Yep,
now, cuz? There you
I
go.
think so.
Hold up. Yeah, send an invite, man. But like I said, man, again, salute to Adriel Green. He's the one that kind of inspired this conversation, but also like just it's just the arrogance, man. Like as far as like Jay, and I'm a Jay fan. Let's be clear, like, and we hip hop fans first, so we ain't no one sided joint. But for them to like kind of premiere the record with him and D'Angelo when it's really just like it really was a tune for him to say I don't want to make tunes and all that, almost like a diss, and then you premiere this on Hot 97 like it's something hot, like you really put real bars into it and shot a video, like this was kind of disappointing for the fans, man. So again, um, that song basically started this conversation of how can a dude be not only on the Mount Rushmore, but people saying he's on top of the joint when you're still dropping mid records.
Hmm.
And again, like you haven't found somebody to really work with. And I think, of course, man, Jason retired, but it still goes back into one of those situations where we got to assess things because over here, I think Coop said it. Over here, we gonna judge you, man. It is what it is. So somebody like um uh Benny the Butcher and all that saying like, hey, only professional media can critique my music, man. That's fake because we the ones buying it. You know what I'm saying? That's false.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, man, what do you guys what as far as Bebo P and J Camp real quick as we got people kind of chiming in and getting their little mics together. Who do you guys want him to work with? Jay to work with, man, to kind of get that album that we've been wanting from Jay.
You got it, J Camp. You can set that off.
Okay, got it. Yeah, like I said, I mean, Just Blaze, I would love to see him work with him. Even like some of these up and coming producers, like the Conductor Williams. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing him and Al link up. I mean, just kind of like the producers that's really going to put him back into the forefront of hip hop minds. I mean, because to me,
Yeah,
going to Timberland and Pharrell at this point, for what he's been dropping, which has been mid, is going to continue to be in that mid direction. I really think he
uh,
needs to talk to somebody who's closer to the streets when it comes to what people really gravitating towards. And I think he needs to work with some of these lesser known producers, maybe within some of the bigger circles that he's in. So maybe like step outside that producer circle, outside of your Just Blazes and your No ID, and
okay.
connect with some conductors and some Al's and
Conductor.
yeah, like just catch that. Yeah, I mean Apollo Brown. I mean it's a bunch of dudes, man, who can craft something for Jay Z to cook on. I just want to see him go outside of that Timberland Pharrell circle where that's not resonating anymore. You know what I'm saying with consumers.
Yeah,
So
man.
Bebo P, what you
So,
on though, bro?
No, hold up, man. I see. Hold up, Devon up in here. He finally got his stuff right, man. He on that Android, cuz. What's good?
what's up,
Bet.
y'all?
Yeah.
Was good,
Can
Devon?
y'all hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
fam.
can
I
hear
mean,
you,
yeah.
bro.
First of all, let's be clear. You the fifth member of Fresh Out, man. What's good?
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. Let me just say, I love the way y'all run the show like a three-man weave. You throw alley oops off the board for the folks to come in and just add to it. So that's first and foremost, man. I appreciate what y'all do.
We
No
appreciate
doubt,
you,
no doubt,
bro.
man. Appreciate you,
All
Appreciate
day.
brother,
that.
man. Come on,
Appreciate
man. You
that.
family, cuz.
Yeah, man. With regards to Jay, I'll say the first thing that I notice is he's not rapping the same. He he
Ooh,
sounds
ooh.
different to me. He sounds a tad bit slower. He's finishing words and bars that just feel kind of like he's trying to overcompensate. And they're just,
Mm.
I don't hear the same flow. I don't hear the same vigor. It just sounds like he's not practicing as much.
Yeah, it don't sound sharp
It
at all,
right,
man.
right.
Almost when we heard 50 Cent on that Office Hours, like you can tell he had it in him, but his voice sounded a little different.
Yes, yes. Same thing. So he just sounds like a boxer that's just losing a little something off his jab.
Mm.
I,
Mm.
So should he retire based on that sentiment? Do you think he should consider retirement since you feel like he's losing his edge?
Or
Or
does he
do
need
you,
to get back in the training, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Get
right,
Get
back in the
right.
right.
booth,
yeah,
Yeah,
like Tyson
yeah.
did. Tyson got
yeah.
back in there.
That's what I think. I think he's a father of three and a married man, really. And
Wow.
he
Facts.
doesn't have
Yeah.
like he doesn't have the time and run in different circles. He's not running with Dame and Memphis and all of them, so he's not in that zone anymore, and
Yeah.
it shows. Shows.
Well, this thing. Who's the Angelo Dundee, man? Who's the guy that can say, "Hey, man, we need to get you back in here"? Because again, I agree with you. Like any of my brothers who got families and wives and kids, we can't always chop the way we need to because the first thing about being a father and a husband is being available. We know that off the dribble. But the whole thing, we see the dude kind of like every time we see him, he's like has a glass of wine. He got on the what's in white boy little sandals, man. them
Yeah, that's
pop
where it
pop
goes.
pop father be wearing them joints, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta help me out, man.
But let me ask you this: how does a billionaire become hungry?
What
Mm.
man? Bar. Well, and it's the thing, and that's my whole point. It's almost like when we see him, he's two stepping with the mom.
Yeah,
He's basically hanger on. Is that your girls? Is that your tour? The girls tour?
yeah.
Your girls tour? Like he's with his wife, just touring with her. So again, I see the billionaire
Yeah.
coming out. But again, like so it's almost like with boxing, like you just said, the references. Like you don't box and just go for fun. You don't get on a basketball court on an NBA court, and you ain't been doing it. We see the whole thing with James Harden, with the fat suit. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't. Oh, I've been partying. Let me go and play an NBA game for 48 minutes. So who's the Dundee for, man, to get him back in there? Because again, I think when
Well,
Nas said he quit it, I believe it. But I think Hit Boy was like, "No, come in here, we'll work," and they learn how to work faster to produce more music in a more functional way. So, in you guys' opinion, like who can kind of be that Angelo Dundee for Jay-Z to kind of get him back in shape?
Critic.
well, I think D kind of touched on that too, though, because he said that he's not around like your Memphis Bleaks. He's not around cats who's always in the booth no more. He
Mm,
don't have nobody motivating him to step in there at all. And you said it too, Iceberg. You said he's always with his wife. You know what I'm saying? Going to her shows. She's motivated.
It,
She has an inner motivation. Jay can't find his though because he's not around people that's hungry like that. That's in the booth consistently because he's not. Again,
uh,
his circle is his circle. He's not running with them boys no more. That's
facts.
gonna get him in there. I
So this
mean,
thing,
but
what was that motivation with them young boys? Or was
no,
he actually taking some of their swag and that's why his sound's different? Oh, them sandals I was talking about were Birkenstocks. He got the Birkenstocks on with no socks on, you know what I'm saying? So straight toes out, you know what I'm saying, dancing and bull. No,
Wow.
no lotion on them shoes,
Wow.
on them heels and bull, you
he
know what I'm
said
Them
saying?
ashy
he got
ants.
the clearance sandals on. He
Yeah,
got
he
the
got the
clearance sandals.
Birkenstock, man. Pop Father got some red Birkenstocks, nigga. I called him out on them. So it him just swagger jacking, or was it him actually vibing with them younger cats, and that's why we don't see anything like that right now, Devon?
I think that's part of the reason. I think if there's one thing that can rejuvenate Jay, and that is to really hear the criticism, because
Ooh.
we know he can be competitive, and we have also heard how he shuts criticism down. He'll call Nori if Nori says something that Jay doesn't like, so he doesn't even want to hear it. So he's insulated himself. But I believe if he takes himself out of that, the competitiveness is still in Jay, and I just think he's put himself in a glass house.
Mm. Hey, Devon, stay connected, man. Saleh, am I saying that right? Unmute you, man. What's going down?
It's
I'm saying
Talia.
your name wrong, obviously. Salia, what's goody? What's
Yeah,
going on?
so
What's going on, Salia?
nothing. How y'all doing?
Great,
We
great, great.
doing
What
good.
you thinking about the topic today?
Um, so I'm a big Nas fan, but like I'm just a hip hop lover. So like to answer the question, I think the one person that could like really bring him back is Kanye, in my humble opinion, because I
Ooh,
feel like Kanye is younger than
ooh.
him, but he's still Gen X, and he has never really removed himself from the culture, right? He's one of those people that's kind of like straddles the fence between old and new. So I would kind of say like middle school, if you will. Like Pharrell and them, they're all kind of like middle school. Like they're like the kids are like Q-Tip and them. I'm
Mm,
kind of, and honestly, I think Kanye, and I wouldn't even be mad at a Kanye and Just Blaze or a Kanye and the Q-Tip, because I know LL and Q-Tip got a record that's coming out, and Q-Tip is another
facts.
one that even though he's like from that golden era, every time he comes out with something, his beats like don't never sound dated. Like he's always kind of like up to date. So I think Kanye would be a good person. We kind of seen how what he did with Watch the Throne, and how like you kind of I felt like that record was more like Kanye bringing him into his world, and you saw kind of what Jay would do. So
Mm,
that's just
No,
my humble
absolutely.
opinion.
yeah, yeah. Hey, but this is the thing though. Do you think Jay Z's brand can handle Kanye and his brand? Like, I think that's where we know they make great music because again, they always tap Kanye at the time when they was together, doing everything for Beyonce, from conceptual videos and all that. But now with Kanye being so radical, do you think Jay, with all these corporate connections, trying to, he's got the NFL swag and all that he took from Dame. Um, do you think his brand can handle the Kanye
Of
merge?
course, because he did it with a written
Mm.
testimony with Jay Electronica. Nobody said nothing. That was a full like contemporary
Wow.
Muslim Nation of Islam album. That was like a love letter to me when you listen to it. And Jay, and also people I think tend to forget that Jay, I think, is 5%er. So it wouldn't be off brand for him.
Ooh.
I think because
Ooh.
remember about maybe 10, 13 years ago, him and Jay Electronica was in Brooklyn. They was performing together and he had his chain on. So I mean,
Right.
I think he
Exactly.
could
Yeah.
do it. I
Yeah.
think he could do it. I just think, in my humble opinion, Jay just kind of do like what Nas did. Like Nas is like he's talking about where he's at, but he's also talking about where he's from, and but he's also talking about his businesses and things like that. So I think it's a really valuable opportunity because he's one of the first artists in rap to become a billionaire. Talk about expand on 444. Like what have you learned between now and then? Like what are you learning about you becoming a producer of these movies, or whatever? Or how do you feel to be so far removed and even address the criticism? Like Nas did it on Tiff. Yeah, y'all saying y'all know everything. Tell me which one it is if you touch the music with. I think it'll be interesting. That's my humble opinion.
You spin bars right there. I didn't even think about
And
it like that.
bars.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like
I hope you recorded it, Iceberg, and
that.
then send that to Jay.
Yeah.
She basically A&R this whole what this whole album should be.
Facts.
I mean,
Facts.
that was a excellent piece that you did there. Salute to you.
Yeah. Somebody getting
Can
shot.
yo
Somebody getting shot up over there.
can someone explain why the question is posed like that? Like, why does he need to retire?
Man, we trolling, man. Real talk, man. I don't. He doesn't need to retire at all. I think it's mainly what Jarvis kind of saying on Rap Roundtable. Basically, is if you're going to give us lazy bars, if you're going to not basically, it's almost like saying, "Hey, I paid
Where
$60 to watch this
where
to
was the
watch this
lazy
pay per
bars?
view." A lot of people are saying that lazy bars was on the the D'Angelo, the I Want You Forever record. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was the
Like
soundtrack cut though.
facts, facts. So no, what's your thoughts on it though?
I don't think that shit was lazy at all. I think the song was beautiful, to be honest. That shit
Okay,
was fire, bro. Not the verse. The verse was just like he's speaking over the D'Angelo song and the James Samuel production.
okay,
It's a
okay,
soundtrack cut. It goes with the movie. If you've seen the movie, that song is crazy like the score of that scene is fire. It's a
okay.
soundtrack cut. It's not like he just gave us 4 minutes on God did. How can he be lazy? That don't even make sense.
Well, this is the thing. Like most cats are saying, like, and we talking about hip hop cats, not Nas fans, nothing like that. And this, and like, again, like, man, we appreciate your opinion too. What's your thoughts on some of the features that he's been on after 444? Do you think he's still coming with the vitriol? Come almost like what Devon said. Or is he?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
what records have you been feeling after the 444 to kind of explain that opinion?
What's free? What
Okay,
it feels like? Uh what when did Drug Dealers Anonymous come out? Neck and Wrist. He's snapping on all these records, bro. Written testimony. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
So in your opinion, do you think Jay needs to drop any more music, or is he solidified as a GOAT? He can come out when he wants, no problems, no nothing. In your opinion?
He solidifies the GOAT after 2003, to be honest.
Okay, okay, okay,
So he don't need to do anything. But as a whole fan, absolutely. I
okay.
need him to drop another album. At least one.
Do
Who do
you
you?
you
Go ahead.
said that real quick, you said that he's solidified as a GOAT. Who do you think the GOAT is and why?
No, no, as the GOAT, the GOAT.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. And you said that in summation, why is that? Just for clarification.
I mean, he had the most classics during that run, for one,
Mm.
and the most influence on pop culture, like you said, on What More Can I Say?
Uh-huh.
Plus, when you break down his lines, like he said on What More Can I Say, it's not like it's not animated, it's not a bunch of embellishment. It's talking about his life, it's talking about shit that he's actually doing or done, and he's rapping at an elite level, bro. I just don't see how it can be questioned to be honest. If you say somebody else is the GOAT, I'm not really gonna argue. Everybody is subjected to their opinion, but to me, from 96 to 2003, it's not even close.
Got
Hey,
you.
hey, hey,
Got you.
this thing, and I'm glad you're in here giving your opinion because again, a
Right.
lot of cats, 80% of the cats are disagreeing with you. But I'm glad you're bringing that opinion in, speaking for that minority because again,
Fact.
what you're saying can actually bleed over and make people go, I see what you're saying now.
Right. And we
So
appreciate that too.
with you saying that you would like a new record from him. What version of Jay would you like to see? Who would you like him to work with on this next situation? Because real talk, I believe he's really going to drop some this year. I think he let Nas breathe last year, and he's going to take over. And it starts with that Super Bowl with Usher. I think he's going to end up getting on that stage. But what do you think as far as like carving out some new music from Jay, and who does he need to work with?
That's another thing I want to speak on. I don't think he's thinking about Nas at all. And
Okay, 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 okay,
I'm
okay,
not the anti Nas nigga at all. I fuck with Nas. I acknowledge him as one of the greats. I don't think Jay is thinking about Nas at all, bro.
okay.
Like, I think that's some fan shit that people got going on, and he dropped when Nas dropping all that bullshit. That shit not true at all, bro. I think Jay is in a space where he doesn't have to rap. He's doing a whole bunch of other stuff, like you said, the Super Bowl and Rock Nation and fucking
But
activism
just
type
just
shit.
just steering the ship. He's basically steering the ship with all the things he's got going on.
Yeah, I don't think rap is not his number one priority right now. He's like being a
Mm.
family
which is
man.
cool.
He got
Yeah,
kids,
It,
yeah,
babies.
it,
You feel
it and
me?
it may not
yeah,
be his number
Yo,
one, but
yeah, yeah.
hip hop 50 though. You got to come outside for that, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
hip hop is
he
what
opened it
makes
up
Jay
with the
Z.
Yeah, hey, hero, go in. He go in real quick, hero.
yo,
And salute to you, fam. Where you from
yeah.
too? By the
Shout
way,
out to
both of y'all, where
LA.
y'all from? By the way, too, man. I am uncertain. And hero, where y'all from? Real quick.
I'm from Jersey.
Salute
Salute
to
to
Jersey,
Jersey,
Hero.
man.
Salute,
Salute to
peace to the
Jersey.
Salute,
space. Shout out to everybody. I've been listening for a second. I just want to say,
salute to hero.
first off, to what I believe her name is pronounced Salaya, what she was saying earlier about describing Ho's life in recent years and what he could talk about and how he can reach back into his past with as he did on a written testimony and expand on 444. I just want to point out for one, anybody that has been following Ho's like catalog, I don't understand how someone wouldn't know that that's what he's gonna do. Like if you've been listening to this nigga for decades, all he does is rap about what he used to do, what he's currently doing, or what he's about to go do. It's
Facts.
really not. It's not hard. Like if you follow like this dude's daily life, you know what you're gonna get. Like which that's not. That's not. I don't mean that in like a literal sense. I mean that's been his trajectory. So I don't get why anybody would presume to think that he doesn't have anything to rap about. Is why I say that. Because if you know how
Okay.
if you know that this nigga's life is literally a movie, like he's always gonna have plenty to rap about. Like he's out here doing everything in the world, like Rock Nation Sports. He's international in all these different organizations. He's got the Reform Alliance going on with Meek. Like he's out here freeing niggas from prison. He's out here doing all types of crazy shit. So for him
Okay.
to not have for even proposed the notion, I know you said earlier you was trolling, but I just don't relate to that because it's like, yo, that nigga ain't gonna never. We should never want anybody to retire. So I just want to say that.
No. Our question we posed on the show Sunday was basically kind of based off. I'm not blaming Jar, but based off what Jar was saying on Rap Roundtable, Soup the Rap Roundtable. He was basically saying if Jay, because he basically was saying
Oh wait,
that.
nah, you. I heard you earlier when he said what he said that he was kind of criticizing the latest verse. If you gonna give us lazy bars, why?
Right. Yeah.
Right. And
If
to
you're gonna give
that
us lazy,
point,
so in your part, do you think it's lazy at
right.
all? Not
So to that
just like
point,
I am uncertain said.
right. So to that point, people, we're talking about Jay-Z. His first record released with the first group he was ever in, High Potent with Jazzo, was in
Mm,
1985. He's been rapping for 40 years. So
mm,
why are niggas
yeah.
acting like, okay, he didn't give us the verse of the year this year, so man, you should just retire? Like, where the
In
audacity,
January at that.
Yeah.
the arrogance, like it's just silly to me. Like, I don't, these topics be funny to me. Like, as a fan of just hip hop in general and the culture, I love all the legends. You know what I'm saying? I support everybody dropping. I don't want nobody retiring. But when it comes to the GOAT, the dude that's been leading this shit for 25 years, why would we ever want him to quit? Like, we want more Hove. Like, because he's going to talk about some crazy shit.
Fact, and this is the thing, like what Jay speaks about is one of one. There's nobody else in his lane that's doing what he's doing. That's basically touching the hands that touching the people that he's doing right now. So we want the vantage point of some of his bars and what he talks about. I think us as far as Fresh Out, we basically say, okay, we want him to drop. Okay, like why isn't he dropping? You know what I'm saying? What's the
Oh,
issue?
yeah.
And then when he does drop, you know, it's not what maybe we like. Maybe we're nostalgic. Maybe I'm 44 years old, so maybe I'm like, hey, I want him to do, you know, Blueprint Jay, but he's just doing Jay. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, as I'm speaking for myself, I'm kind of caught up in nostalgia sometimes with Jay.
And
You know
we
what I'm
got to
saying?
be honest with ourselves when we
Right.
doing that. Because
Right.
it's like,
Exactly.
yo,
Exactly.
he's
So
been growing. He's been growing his whole catalog for the legend amongst all legends. Like Ski said earlier, he talks about his life. So for amongst all legends, he's the most autobiographical from jump. So
okay.
you can't expect him to do anything but be who he's always been. And the
Facts.
person that he's always been has been someone who evolves. He wasn't the same dude from Reasonable Doubt to Dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Because Reasonable Doubt was about a drug lord. Dynasty is about about baseline production and Rockefeller CEO leading the new movement with Beanie Siegel and the state property and Dipset, all these new movements trying to put all these youngins on, trying to set everybody up and be like, yo, Beans, we got to get you out the streets, my nigga. We trying to move over here. What are you doing? Like, he's got a whole new mindset, CEO's mind.
Uh, J Camp, Bebo P, even Devon before and after you guys speak, man, name cannot be blank. Tap in. What do you guys respond to Hero and I am not uncertain?
Yeah, I think Name had his or her hand up.
No, yeah, go ahead. Name cannot be
Oh, hey,
yeah.
hey guys.
Yeah,
Hi,
what's
everyone.
going
Can
on?
you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you, man.
Yeah, how's it
Hey, great show, great show. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the comments. Really good stuff. So, really, to chime in on Jay Z, here's what I think is going on. To the gentleman who just spoke, great points about Jay. He's always been who he's been, and I think that's his hesitation. I do feel Jay Z is rewriting the narrative of who he's going to be. Post
Mm,
444.
okay.
Listening to his catalog, what is he the leader of? And this is my gripe when it comes to MCs. You can spit beautifully, but what is your content? My position of Jay Z, I don't trust his character for the benefit of our people. And let me give you exactly what I'm talking about. You talked
Okay.
about Beanie Siegel. We've heard Beanie Siegel talk about where's the money at? Where's for my time, my creative ability? Why wasn't I compensated? In the 1950s, W.E.B. Du Bois had conferences to build a black economy, right? He brought in the black elite, the black middle class, and it failed because the collective net worth of the black entrepreneurs at that time was less than $1 million, right? That doesn't mean we
Facts.
couldn't have done something, but with elite capture, and that's where I don't know where Jay-Z's going with this, but is he really for us at a corporate level with elite capture, the history of
Yo,
that,
what?
which started that concept is where, as you guys know, movements get co-opted and the decisions above end up making decisions for us. So is he a leader? Is commerce and capitalism the answer? Part of it. We know black dollars need to stay in the
You
community,
saying a
but
whole lot of
lyrically,
points string together, bro. We gonna get to.
okay, I'll stop and pause there.
Yeah,
But
I can't address one if we make 20 back to back to back
I
and rapid
just off
sorry,
fire.
what you said, bro. Like,
I'll pause. Thanks, fellas.
what are we talking about, bro? Like,
You
it's
want me to take it, Ski? You want me to go first?
nah. I just got something to say. How we go from talking about a nigga rapping to a societal system that he cannot change? People act talking about like he's this greedy capitalist, and then turn around and say, "Yo, Nas is a he's low key about to be a billionaire too," and then praise him for it, like he's doing anything different. I never understood that point where you saying somebody is a capitalist in a system that's capitalism.
No, no.
It's not like he's going to overthrow the government, bro. Nobody is overthrowing the government, bro. Nobody is changing this shit. Every
Devon,
rapper that you think of
no,
is
no. Keep going.
any rapper from Pac to Biggie to any rapper that you think of that made it to a high enough level is doing the same thing. They in it for the bread, bro. So why are we penalizing the nigga that made the most bread and on top of that is doing the most in the culture? That's if any rapper that you can think of needs a favor, needs somebody to help him out with something, they call in Jay. They don't call Nas. They don't call this person. They don't call that person. Why is that, bro? Why are we
Hey,
penalizing the
So
lone black man for the shit that's
Devon, can you go and answer that, or agree, or give a little pushback on that?
Yes, I'll say that. With outside of the music, the way that Jay has been portrayed, or the way that he's portrayed himself, materialism and money, right? Capitalism. Um, a lot of his praise has come from those two things, and rightfully so. But I don't over evaluate his talent based on those accomplishments. I just
not
I just listen to the music. And if we get into other areas, it makes me dislike him. Like, for example, um, manipulating the numbers with the Samsung deal, with the Kingdom Come deal. So there's always something extra with Jay that's not on the up and up. That just kind of makes you look at him like, man,
all
you
right.
well.
So check
All right,
this out.
let me just rebut that real quick, hero.
All
So
right,
you said
I got next.
all right. So you said that he manipulated. I just want to speak on that first. He manipulated the numbers. So you would rather abide by Billboard, a white corporation that does nothing but count, but someone that owns their music selling it to another corporation because he owns their music, he can do what he wants with his music. How is that manipulating the system? If someone says, if you got 100 apples and you grow them and somebody wants to buy 100 apples from you directly and you sell it to them, how is that fucking up the system?
because the numbers are used to validate his greatness.
No, they're not. Nobody gives a shit.
No,
That's
Nobody
not what
cares
that's
Hov's
about that,
greatness
bro.
is based
I
on.
I always hear that's one of the first things that I hear
All right,
about
well, you got to stop
art.
talking to casual J fans or casual hip hop fans that think that Billboard or you know streams or whatever is the dictator of greatness. Ho's been out rapping niggas since 1995. If you know how to, I mean, I'm not gonna get into that because we've jumped from talking about whether or not Jay should drop and whether or not he has anything to talk about and whether or not we want to hear it to his character. Name change this over to his character and whether or not we can trust and all this kind of stuff. So check
Right.
this out, Name. The one of the first things you said was, "What is he the leader of?" So first, I want to address that first. You started that off first, and then you said, "Is he really for us?" And I assume you black. I mean, just since we talked, you said for us.
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes,
so
brother. Yes.
he said first. So first of all, Jay-Z is one of, if not the first rapper on the East Coast, the where the culture at his time was focused. Like you got like Master P in the South, and you got Easy E, you know what I'm saying, on the West Coast. But Jay-Z was one of the first to be a rapper CEO of an independent label for
Facts.
starters. And then hold on. And then partner with a major corporation in a 50-50 deal so that he would remain independent, signed to himself, and actually like curate his career and the careers of the people on his label for starters. And two, Jay-Z built the model. He was one of the first, him and Dame Dash, to have a vodka line ownership
And Biggs.
and the first to have a streaming tech company, the first to have a joint deal person, like opening up business opportunities for his actual label mates and signees, putting them on to entrepreneurship. Like that's all leadership. First of all, you don't have to. You don't. I'm not saying it's changing the system because we'll get to that. But at the beginning, at the early stages, that's leadership for one. Just being a boss, and putting people on. There's a whole family tree of dozens to hundreds of hip hop and industry and entertainment figures that trace their roots back to Hove. That feed millions of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get too off into specific topics, but like when Marcy houses and Sumner houses and Tompkins, like, and other places was being hit by COVID and needed housing, the New York City housing partnered with Rock Nation, and Rihanna and Jay-Z supplied millions and millions of dollars worth of funding to organizations combating COVID when that was happening. Rihanna can't do that if Jay doesn't mentor her and build her empire.
Plus the
Like,
Reform Alliance, bro, that's getting actual laws changed.
yo,
To you to use so much not,
I
sorry to
was
cut
gonna
you
get
off,
to that
hero.
too, Ski. My bad for being long winded, but I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
get to that
good.
too.
No,
Yo,
this
if
is the
you
thing,
feel
hero. You guys are making great points. I am not uncertain. Great points. Uh,
the
name
short end
cannot
of
be
it
blank.
is, if you don't
What's
think
your response to that? Because like I said, you guys went in, so
And
we understand the point and great points. What do you respond with that with?
right,
I didn't even
real
get to
quick, if I
like
may,
to a tenth
fellas,
of
real
the
quick.
shit he's done on a leadership tip and system and change shit. Like Ski said, the Reform Alliance has got 19 laws changed across 15 states that in regards to prison reform, probation, parole, and criminal justice reform. Like he got the NFL to commit $250 million to social justice organizations over the next 10 years, just as a start as far as their partnership. And that is not even done being negotiated. Like if I at the short end of it, if you don't think Jay doing nothing for black people or hasn't been fighting
Then who is?
to
That's what I'm
occupy
questioning.
spaces to open up doors and uplift people that look like him, both in the industry and outside of it. If you don't think that, you just don't. You just unaware. Like you haven't looked. You haven't bothered to look.
No, no. Like I said,
So
he wrote great
that's
points,
people
great
that just
points.
found out about Jay-Z. Like, oh, he's a billionaire, so he can't be a good person. So like he just fell out the sky in 2017.
No, no, hey,
So
no, great
Soju,
points, man. Bebo P, give a little pushback or agree with either or. Go in. And like I said, and
no.
thank you for that
I think
hero, by the way.
yeah, thank you all. I was just gonna say thank you all for this very informative you know for just discussion about the depths of what some people maybe agree with, disagree with, and just really the depths of certain things about Jay that maybe folks maybe were unaware of. So I just wanted to give a salute to a healthy dialogue, but also along with that, I think it's pronounced Soju 23. We see you here. I guess as soon as you guys are done with this part of the discussion, we can let Soju
Yeah,
23
no, no, we
speak.
don't want to speak. I'm letting him in right now. And like I said, salute, hero. Stay on, cause like I said, we're not done talking, man. Stay on with it, man.
Yeah,
Stay on
yeah,
with it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But we definitely appreciate the healthy
Yeah.
dialogue on this
So
Hello,
23,
matter for
what's good?
sure.
What's
for
going
sure.
on, man?
Hello,
Hey, what's going on with you?
can you guys hear me?
Was
Yes,
good.
sir.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So yeah, I joined in quite late, but I heard a little bit of the conversation. And Name mentioned Beanie Siegel.
Okay.
So and the funny, and he tried to push that blame onto Jay-Z. And the funny thing is, right, is that when Beanie Siegel did come out of jail, what did he say? He said that Dame Dash stole from him, but nobody mentions Dame Dash.
Okay.
All everybody mentions Jay-Z. Jay Z is fun. It's funny because he's not. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to compare him to like. It's funny because he gets blamed for everything, even though he's not even involved in the situation. He gets the blame for every single thing. I'm like, this guy isn't God. What do you want him to do? He isn't God. I'm confused. I just get confused sometimes, and that's it, really.
That
Word,
the
bro.
blame comes from people that think there's too much of a gap between how successful, how rich he is, and how much he's praised in comparison to what they perceive as how much he's done for others. And most of it, the time, it comes back to people just not being aware. Like I actually want to know, Name, how much of that you were aware of, or if you really look into this type of shit.
No, agree.
Name, name. Do you have a rebuttal to
Yes.
that?
Well,
Okay.
first, that was great, Hero. I appreciate that. I would say from what you shared, I was knowledgeable about half. The NFL things,
Okay.
those details, wasn't sure about his label work. I wasn't aware of the details. So I don't dispute that. I take your word for it. And to be clear, I'm not saying like we need to put this man in a jail cell. He's evil. My perspective is global. We all are passionate about kind of Black culture, and what I see looming is, you know, people who take positions and they do things with money. I've seen it historically. I just have a distrust, and I can't project it on Jay-Z, but just when people have influence, it's hard for me to look at Jay-Z. I think, and honestly, it's probably through my biases of I take people's lyrics very seriously. And the point was made earlier, Jay-Z can grow like every human being. So he's not on trial for being on earth and living a great life. I just, um, based on their whole track record, I just feel it's great that if he took him his whole career to turn into in my humble opinion, let's just call it a Nas type MC or a conscious MC, then so be it. I'll accept it. I sometimes am skeptical of it, but I appreciate what you said. I'm taking all that into
Facts.
consideration. I'll do my research on it as well. And it's a good talk, fellas. I
Hey man,
appreciate it.
hey, appreciate the name, man. Appreciate you coming in and bringing that insight to it. That's what we can talk about it. Nas, we see you up in here, man. Just want to get your opinion while you up in here. What's going down?
Um, as far as the leader conversation, I have nothing to that. Um, I think that Jay-Z has disconnected from his hip hop fans, and not in a bad way. And he's leveled up financially. He's leveled up socially. I think he's somewhere else. I think as far as the Mount Rushmore, if he was to retire today, he cannot be removed. If he's removed, So it's big and pop.
Okay, facts,
I mean,
facts,
let's say that.
facts.
I don't think he has any interest in doing solo albums. If he do, I think we all know that's nothing for him to go in there and give us some heat. That's nothing. He could do that. Um, what was the other one? Oh, they were saying. I think you guys were speaking on as far as the blame game with him. Uh, it's a business thing with that man, and once we all realize that every move he make is about his legacy and his financial status, then a lot of people will quit whining so much. That man has a
Facts.
goal for his last name and his legacy. He's focused on that. He don't have a point to prove. He's worked with the best producers. He's dropped some of the best music. He doesn't have a point to prove. And as far as what producer will bring that Hove back, the only person that could do that is Hove.
Mm,
Hove don't need a Yay. He don't need a Timbaland. Is I think it was Nas that said he caught the Holy Ghost or something like that. Like it's gonna have to come from
mm,
within for Hove to want to do something. And of course, we know it's gonna be luxury talk, but that's where he's at
facts.
with it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. That was just how I feel. I
Hey,
don't have any thoughts on all that other
love the
stuff.
opinion, and 100%. When we did a show on Sunday, that's pretty much where even like Adriel Green was at. Like at this point, Jay's in a different stratosphere. He's in a different situation. And then let's be clear, he came into the game like saying, "Hey man, I'm really not a rapper. I'm just a D boy who." Put it on wax a little bit. And again, for the cats, and like I said, Hero, we're gonna get you back on here too. I'm 44.
We see you
Yeah.
as well, Soldier 23. We see you both. We see you
I'm
both.
44 years old, so I grew up literally like listening to Jay when nobody cared about Jay, when he was Jay Z and Biggie Smalls nigga shit to draws. Like when I heard that, I heard Jay because Big was on that record. And so most of the cats that are my age, they look at Jay when he first came in, it was all about owning your own, helping out the people, X, Y, and Z. And then as Jay started to evolve, I think just like any other businessman, he's like, hey man, I gotta take care of myself. And that's where he started doing some of the business moves that he was moving and getting away from music, but it still was in him because he's still hip hop. But I think, as far as a lot of cats, they just want to see him for Hip Hop 50 on the stage and rock out to him because we see him at Louis Vuitton fashion shows getting on stage and for those kind of situations, but not in the boroughs in New York where we saw him come up. But again, that's a lot of cats my age and having the nostalgia of the old Jay doing that. And Devon, before we go in with some of the cats. What's your thoughts, man, on just been going on? And also, Gritty, salute. What do you guys thought before J Camp and BOP? Give a suggestion before we go back in and holla at Hero, Soldier, and some other cats up in here. Salute to Black Oracle in here too. Salute, family.
Salute.
Yes, first, I admire Jay for what he's done and for what Hero said. I absolutely support. I admire that. I applaud that, and his story is incredible. But when I go back to the music, uh, when I go back to the music, I don't hear the greatest of all time. That's just me. Um, but my tastes are different. I kind of look for other things. So that's where I try to bring it back to the music.
And this thing that
No
Devon, do you
doubt.
think
No
he
doubt.
needs to come out with an album or anything else? So like, and salute to
Well,
Nas. I don't know your name. I didn't get your name. Naz. I didn't get your name, but she had great points. Great points. What do you think about what she was saying as well?
I'll I'll say I think if Jay were to release sort of like a CEO Jay, it could be incredible because he has access to rooms and informations that probably none of us have. And he has access to incredible insight. And I think if he were to kind of approach it from that lane, um, I'm I'm here for it.
Salute. Hey, Gritty, we see in here. What's going on? You been listening to everybody, man. What you taking? What you breathing in from what everybody's saying?
Yeah, man, I just been listening, for the past 20 minutes, and everybody had great points, but this is my point. Listen, man, I don't have a problem with the capitalism rap, because Jay, like you said, we grew up on his music, so we followed his path, and that's what he aimed to be. And the music was great. So I feel like for every capitalism bar he had words of upliftment and financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? So it all balanced out. That's why he was the number one guy. You know what I mean? So now I feel like he should just add he should add what he done now, what he to his raps. Like so and put that in the rap so for the youth so they can hear that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So if they hear that, then I feel like everybody because music, it's for the youth. So the youth gonna hear that and then they're gonna go because if you just talking about putting people on and shit like that, but about what you do for me, getting people out of jail and shit like that, man, put that in the raps.
So basically, you saying he's got tons of stuff to rap about if he wants to. But again, I think Nas Naz when she was in here, I think she said like, again, he's on a different stratosphere, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Again, again, I grew up listening to Jay. The reason why the logo for Fresh Out is me wearing a Yankee cap. That's 20%, 25% Jay, man. Like I grew up loving Jay, as Jay's basically moved from being a rapper, CEO to now being like a businessman. Uh, I do have a little disconnect with him, and I've had more of a connect with what Nas has basically been spitting on the Magic Twos, threes, and the KD series. There was a time where I didn't connect with Nas at all. I'm like, what is he talking about? And then now, as I gotten older, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. I see this. I see how Nas is moving with adult contemporary hip hop. Again, I don't have to meet my legends to understand and be mad about what they on. I just go for the music, like Devon said. And right now, when I listen to Sorry Not Sorry, when I listen to God Did, when I listen to some of the records that Jay's putting out, I'm not connected with just personally, to tell you the truth. But I do like some of the vibes that he's doing. I'm glad that he's still in the booth. We still want him to keep on doing music. I think what Devon said is dope. As far as him giving that COJ maybe album that we needed, that President Carter that we was looking at from when he was with Def Jam as a president. You got to respect it. I see Heroes want to get back in. J Kim Bebo P before I let Hero speak again. When he chimes in, what are you guys thinking too? Just on what you guys have been hearing from Hero, from NAZ that popped in here, what Devon saying and Gritty.
Yeah, they're all great points. I don't have an issue with anything anybody said. A lot of it was facts. For me, it's just about the music. I you know what someone is doing, at a very high level. As far as like being a business mogul, that it doesn't really sway me one way or the other. For me, it's just about the music. Like you, Iceberg. We both roughly the same age, so I grew up on dude. So if I feel like at some point that the music, I'm judging, I'm critiquing by the music only.
Mm-hmm.
So it has nothing to do with the person. If it's not hitting for me now as it did then, you can call it nostalgia, you can call it whatever. But if it's not giving me what I asked for as a fan, then I'm gonna critique it in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that my opinion is gonna sway anybody else. I'm strictly about the music when it comes to that on that level. BWP, I'll let you chime in, just not to go too long, because I think we got a couple other topics we want to cover too.
Oh, for sure. I totally agree with what's being said here. In that, we're primarily just looking at things from the music standpoint this evening from Jay. You know what I'm saying? So that's I think what we're ultimately, and I would like to think that we're all hoping to hear another album from the man, and we just want to hear some dope music
Facts.
from him. You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, but in the
Absolutely.
form of an album since it's been 6 years and counting. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and
So
also too, like a lot of the Mount Rushmore cats that people would say are the greatest, we can't hear from them because they're not here. So when somebody's living, breathing, walking around, doing the things that they're doing, I want to say, Rock,
We just want you
yeah,
outside.
Rock Boy even said it. He said, Louis Vuitton fashion show was for his friend. He did it for Pharrell and not Louis Vuitton. Context matters. I agree. Salute to Rock Boy up in here too. Uh,
Salute,
so
salute.
again, we love the points, man. Again, we not Nas Avengers, we not anti-whole, we're pro hip hop. So again, if a Mount Rushmore cat's still living,
Facts.
man, come on, you know we want to hear him. And again, we can get into the politics and all that. And again, there's certain things that go on that we don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? We just fans, and I'm a working dude. I don't understand all this stuff. So I'm only seeing what I'm seeing. But at the end of the day, we looking at the body of work, and as hip hop fans, we gonna judge that body of work. Let's be clear. And
Facts. Just getting in the
everybody's got a
music.
dope opinion, and we want the music. And kind of going off of the Jay-Z thing to the Benny the Butcher topic that we want to end with today, we wanted to get your thoughts on just some precursors. We've heard the Tenant Talks and all that. We've heard the Black Soprano family, but we finally going to hear a polished Benny the Butcher Def Jam album. We've heard him talk. We've seen him doing the promo runs. What are you guys' thoughts on Benny the Butcher maybe carrying that torch from the classic Jay, the classic Nas, the classic Big, and going on a Def Jam that he didn't have to. He could still be independent. Going on Def Jam, coming out with this album. We got 3 singles already. The album drops this Friday. Devon just started off real quick. What are you guys' thoughts on this Benny the Butcher album? And again, if this thing doesn't get numbers or it doesn't do well with the audience, this might be the last time a an artist or a rapper who spits is signed to a major. Because again, we heard Juicy J say that they not signing rappers no more because we don't buy no album. So, what's you guys' thoughts on Benny the Butcher, Devon, Non Plus man? Anybody wants to come up and speak? What's your quick thoughts on Benny the Butcher, man, before he drops this Friday?
I think that Braun record is a nice
It
start.
is.
Hit Boy is really in his bag. Um, I don't know. I'm waiting to see because he wants to grow. He's talking about reaching new audiences. That's always a little bit of a concern for me hearing that from an artist because if you haven't been able to do it naturally, it means that you might try forcing it a little bit. So I'm waiting to see how it turns out.
Bebo,
Appreciate
J
that.
Kent, what you guys thinking, real quick, man?
I mean, same as D, man. I mean, the Brown record is the best out the three that he's dropped for this project. Um, the Big Dogs was tough. The joint with Stove was tough too. But I think DeBron kind of gave us like the Benny that we've been asking for,
Facts.
you know. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And since it's on Def Jam, you know, it's gonna have a different quality to it. Not saying it's gonna be better than anything that he did on the Griselda imprint. Just saying it's gonna have a little bit more color to it. He's gonna have a little bit more financial backing. So just curious to see, man, like what he 100% cooks up with. I mean, but what he have so far, I'm digging. Go ahead, Gritty. I think you got
Yeah,
something you
Gritty,
wanted to
tap
chime in
in.
on.
Yeah, that record was dope, man. I mean, I'm up north and I had people out here, ringing that out the window all the time. It seemed like it should have dropped in the summer though, but it's still a dope
Agreed.
record. I fuck with the 1 foot in, 1 foot out too. Big Dog wasn't all that.
Gritty,
You still there,
Gritty going
Gritty?
through that tunnel, cuz.
Yeah.
Hey, I got I don't know, NAZ. What's your name? I don't want to keep on calling you NAZ.
Oh, my name is Nas. It's you
Oh,
said it
Nas. Okay.
correctly.
Oh, yeah. Your name's Nas. I'm
Okay,
thinking you're a
right.
Nas fan. Okay, Nas. Okay.
No, you said it
Salute to Nas.
correctly. It's Nazobia.
Nazobia. Okay, Nas. Yeah, we definitely gonna call
Yeah,
you Nas.
yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna call you Nas.
NAZ,
Nas,
Nas,
nah, nah.
Nas,
What's
Nas.
your thoughts on
Yes.
the Benny joint?
Um, I don't know if this is a question or a comment because I like his music, but I can't say I'm a fan, if that makes sense.
No, that's all good.
Okay, so
Yeah, you don't have to be a fan. Just chime in.
as far as his fans, my question would be, what are they expecting? Are they just expecting good quality because you understand that we live in this algorithm world now? Or are they expecting numbers because Def Jam is a big machine,
Facts.
but it's a old school machine.
Mm.
Have they caught up with today's algorithm and tricks and you know what I mean? can Def Jam keep up? Because from what I hear, the quality is good. I liked it. But will it reach those ears? Will it reach those eyes? So that's, I don't know if that's a question or a
N-
comment, but I think quality wise, it sounds good.
Nas, are you a fan of Benny? Or are you? Because you said the fans of Benny, so are you one?
No, I'm not
Nah,
like
she said she
Okay, okay,
wasn't
okay.
really.
like
She said she.
I hate to just throw that word out there. I'm not like a fan, but he has work that I love. Like I rock with a lot of his stuff. But I'm not you I probably won't go to a concert, if that makes
As
sense.
a hip hop fan, who are you listening to right now that you really dig?
As of now, I've been going back and forth with Jeezy,
Oh, okay. You okay? You
Magic,
Okay.
trapping? Okay, you trapping? Okay.
the, Magic 3,
Mm.
Katie
Okay.
1,
All
and
dope.
actually, and don't judge me by my age. I've been listening to a lot of Diggable Planets lately
Ooh,
because
that's
I'm
Nah,
a
classic.
nah, you
jazz
good.
Ladybug
fan. So
swag.
Yeah,
yes,
Ladybug swag. That's what
so
we
Ladybug and
like.
Becca
Yeah.
swag. Yeah.
so
Do not feel ashamed by saying
Nah, that's on my.
Diggable
Nas is
Planets.
cool like that.
Yeah,
She
it
cool like
sounds.
Any
that.
any
Cool
hip
like
hop.
that.
It sounds like you need. You
We
sound like you need
embrace
to drop
any
a
hip hop.
playlist because that's dope. The
Mm-hmm.
Jeezy, Nas, and Dick with Planet. Okay.
Facts. Well rounded.
so yeah, but I just feel like he has quality work. But what's the goal for Def Jam? Are they trying to do big numbers or just quality? Because he delivered quality.
Facts. Again, like I think from what Devon was saying or Gritty was saying, as far as the Braun record coming out in the summer, I think they dropped that Braun record because they wanted to come out with it during the season. You know what I'm saying? So they can kind of get Braun on that joint. You know what I'm saying? As far as co-signing or whatnot. Um, but the other thing that we've been asking too, Nas, as a woman and that's loving hip hop, who are the women that you are looking up to or that you playing or is that even a factor in when you listen to music? Are you looking for a newer women that listen to older females in hip hop? Because again, like I'm stuck on the Lil Kims, Foxy's, that kind of situation, the Rhapsodies or whatnot. But is there anybody new we missing out on that you listening to?
No, I'm with you. Last thing I listened to, like I said, Diggable Planets. That's my girl. Love her.
Yeah,
That old Fox, Kim forever.
classic.
Okay.
Um, Actually, I literally got. Don't judge me, y'all, but I have Mia X on
Now, come
repeat.
on, man.
The
Come
one.
on,
Nah,
man.
me
Me
X
X
is
is cold.
she fire.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I
She
don't know.
fire,
Like a
man.
lot of people, they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, your choice is
Nah,
old,
we from
but
the Midwest, so we listen to everything.
okay, I'm from
All
Chicago.
right,
We
there
Yeah,
you
rock
go.
Chi
Chi-town.
X.
yeah. So
Jerk
yeah,
Angel
48.
I'm.
That's my spot
R.I.P.
up there. Jerk 48. That's what we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm from the
Shauna.
village,
Okay.
so you probably all
Speaking
right.
of
But yeah,
speaking of
I've
Chi-town,
none of the
Shauna.
new girl. I mean, not really. And I'm trying. I'm really, really Rap City. That's probably as new as it goes for the
There
girls for
you
me.
go.
There you go.
And I don't even think she's new anymore. Like,
Nah, I really can't call rap new anymore.
But she
She
but
nah.
she's
she was
been out
Rock
there for a
Nation,
minute.
so she got a new management team. So they dropped a single with Hit Boy, so Hit Boy been eating off of her. So we want to hear more from her.
Facts.
But like I said, Nas, tap in with us and definitely send us a playlist, man. Keep on tapping in with us, man. We love what you're talking about, man. So we definitely want to keep you on, man, and just get your opinion. Keep it coming.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Black Oracle, our brother. What's going on?
What's going on, Black Oracle?
Easy guys, it's double. What's up? Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah, yeah.
good?
What's
What's
going
good?
on?
How you doing?
Not much, bro. Guys. I just wanted to chime in on that Benny the Butcher thing.
Go ahead. What's good?
I don't feel like Def Jam was the right move for Benny because if you
Ooh,
remember, yeah, because if you remember Dave East, right? Dave East now took Davis to Def Jam, and what happened to Dave East? He dropped that album. Don't remember what the name was, but there's a lot of people on the picture of the album cover. That didn't do much. You know what I mean? That didn't move.
do you think
Dave East is kind of a bust
Do you
right
think
now.
Def Jam's gonna fumble the music?
I think they already started fumbling. I don't think
Damn,
Paul Rosenberg. I
damn.
don't think Paul Rosenberg is in tune, man.
How do you think they
If it ain't
fumbled
Eminem,
already?
Paul can't fix it.
How do you think they fumbled the bag already before the album dropped?
Oh man, they pushed it back so many times. Like we were saying on your
Facts.
show last. January is a cemetery for movies and music.
Ooh,
Mm.
Mm.
the
Wow.
cemetery.
The
Yeah,
Woo!
man,
cemetery
no
for
one.
Eminem,
So
music and
they
movies.
rub
Wow.
some dirt on it.
Yeah,
Wow.
man, no one's really checking for music and movies in January, man.
That's facts, though. That's facts, Black
Facts.
Hole.
So I think they kind of fumbled it. And who releases three singles these days?
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about too, Black Oracle. Like, I've never seen anybody drop 3 singles before the album dropped. And not
Yeah, that's
after the
true.
dropping. I see maybe 2, and then they drop the album, then they drop another one. But again, it's almost like they don't want to fumble the release at all. So as we see the promo run they did with Joe Budden and Breakfast Club, but the album still ain't dropped. But again, it's dropping Friday, so we'll see what happens though. But I damn near agree with you. I don't want to, but I agree with you.
Yeah, because what you want to do is drop a single, get that hot, drop maybe another single, put the album out, and when the album is hot in the streets, put one more to keep it in rotation, right? But they've dropped all the singles. What's there to expect now? So now we know if this album is a 13, 14 song album, we know 3 of the songs, and they're a bit lukewarm already. Now they are growing on us, but that's a little. I think they fumbled for someone like Benny. These dudes were dropping Griselda projects without us even knowing something is coming out. You know, just that is better than dropping 3 singles and making us wonder. And we all know Benny, dude needs a publicist because he out there
Oh,
talking too much.
he is.
That's
Let
He
me
great
is.
ask y'all
points.
this
Overhyped.
question.
Great
Let me
points.
Yeah.
ask y'all
Great,
this
great
question.
point.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate your contribution there. Great point indeed. Let me ask this
Welcome.
question because uh, so West Side Gun was signed to Shady Records, right, for like 3 years, and then decided for whatever reason to go back to independent status. Now we have another Griselda individual, connected with a mainstream entity by way of Def Jam, right? Obviously. So if for some reason, and we for the record hope and wish Benny the best, you know what I'm saying, and where he's at right now and where he's looking to go. But is this the last hope for Griselda? If they decide or have aspirations of going, you know, more commercial and more mainstream without compromising their sound? Or
I think Griselda's been done.
okay.
I think there's a rift in Griselda that they don't want to talk about. This is why you don't see them out together no more. I think Conway, something's happened with them because you don't see them out together no more like they used to.
Mm,
I think Benny's almost on that Rico May swag, Bebo, kind of like Country Wayne. You know what I mean?
right, right.
I think he's tired of being underneath West Side, and then West Side so caught up in what shoes he's wearing. You know what I'm saying? And then talking about he want to retire, almost on some J type shit. That Benny's like, hey man, I want to go out here, and if I fail, it's gonna be on my own. And it's like, hey man, I guarantee you, West Side's running stuff. From what he said himself, he's running stuff and going into buildings himself and doing everything. I think Benny is tired of the whole Chitlin circuit. He wants to go up and eat some filet mignon. You know what I'm saying? I want to go up there in the Def Jam office and see my name on the wall and all that. So I think that's my take. But Devon, what you thinking? J. Kent, what you thinking?
I have a slightly different take, but
Okay.
go ahead, Devon.
Mm. Uh, uh man, let me listen to J Cam first.
Okay, bet. I mean, I'm with you, Iceberg, but at the same time, I think they built such a huge fan base, a huge following, though, being
Facts.
underground. Well, when they were underground. So I personally don't see, besides the bag, what heights that Def Jam could potentially take him, though. Like, how high you really trying to go? Because that fan base, that core fan base, is big, man. I mean, it's not like it's almost Run the Jewels big for real, or it might be its equal.
Fact.
I mean, because Run the Jewels don't really need a major. Once you build that fan base, I mean, Currency the same way. Once you build that type of fan base organically, like Griselda built that organically, that wasn't a manufactured fan base. That was they picked up a lot of cats, man, who was really missing like that Mob Deep LOX classic sound. That throwback boom bap. They picked up a lot of old heads like us who loved that sound and was kind of missing that.
Hey,
And
this thing,
they built on top of that.
I agree with you. I'm looking at the downfall almost like a Dipset situation where Cameron's leadership was the reason why all that failed. You know what I'm
Okay, I
saying? So
got
they
you. So
they did they
okay,
they did the same. They did the same build up. Had the fan base. Jay-Z was looking real old with the with the button ups on, and they was out there with the Timbs and the big jeans and the leather jackets with all the NBA logos. They had it popping. You know what I'm saying?
got
But
you.
again, it was just bad leadership and the
Okay,
timing. People don't understand the timing of things. There's only a window of time where your music is popping. And again, like what Devon said, there's or hold up, was it Devon? Agree. Somebody said that when people are trying to change their music up to get a larger fan base, that scares you. So I think
right. But
West
it
Side's
sounds
been
like he hasn't 1,000% changed it up
no, no,
though.
no,
But
no, no, no.
I hear what you're
I
saying
don't think
though.
he's changing the music. I think he thinks, and I agree with you. I think he thinks Def Jam is going to work for him, but I agree with you. I don't think it won't. And like I said, keep cooking though. My fault.
No. I mean, I want to make sure. I thought you were saying like as far as like this might be the end of their run, like the run is ending. That's what I thought you were saying.
If
So that was
if
my
to me
fault.
if they don't do something, I think they need to do a project together. Because you see Conway doing the drum works, you see Benny kind of doing his Black Soprano family, and I don't see him really collab on with West Side like he did, and the West Side's going straight. I mean, he's basically taking pictures of his clothes, like you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at my boots. I got the Louis Vuitton Timberland boots, and y'all don't have them. It's like, okay, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then he said the last album was the last project he put out was his last album. So, but Devon,
Go
what's
ahead,
your
Devon.
thoughts
Sorry
on it?
about that.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I had some food in my mouth, so I was trying to pass it off to J Cam.
That's all
Uh,
good.
it's all
Yeah.
good.
Hey.
I heard Conway say something a while back about the contract situation.
Yes,
Mm.
He
he did.
felt like that he wasn't getting a fair deal, and he just kind of mentioned that West Side already had a library built up, so he wanted to work on his library. Maybe I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that gave me a little insight into there was some
Mm.
a little bit of disgruntledness at the contract situation where once again Conway was just the artist and the MC and West Side was a business guy, and this just seemed to plague a lot of artists, down the road. So once I read that, I kind of knew what was up. Yeah.
Well, and this is the thing too. When we grew up around artists, J Camp, Bebo P. Bebo P has a little single out right now, Titans. If you look up, go on YouTube and type in Coalition Titans, the music video pop up. So we've been on the music side of it, but then anytime an artist goes from business music and they start understanding the business, it changes everything. Cause they're like, hold up, I'm doing all the work and I'm getting 15%. Oh hell no. And then that's when everything changes because when they start understanding the business, then that's when Cameron's over here copywriting logos and all kind of crap that people getting mad about. So I believe there's a business rift with all of
Okay,
them, and that's why Benny is
not a music riff, but just a
right.
music riff.
It's a business thing, which kind of messes up the music because now it's like, all right, well, I got to get my publishing and I got to get this, and who's paying for the beat now? Because Westside saying, hey man, I'm getting all the money because I'm the one putting up money for the beats, studio, production, your chains that you didn't think about that we had to pay for. So now you buy your own chains. Now you buy your own clothes. Now you do your own. And I think this is why before you never heard Benny talk. Now you're hearing Benny talk, and it's like, where is the Black Oracle said, where is the PR? I mean, excuse me, where is the media training for this dude? This dude over here talking about you're trying to be on Def Jam and get into a bigger audience, but you're talking about you're on the Fed's watch list and your studio got raided. Like, why are you talking about this stuff? You need to be talking about just music and this and that and all that. You don't need street cred when you get to Def Jam. You know what I'm saying?
And
Now people want to know who you connected with.
I think Frank wanted to chime in
Yeah.
Frank,
also.
Yeah, Frank, go in. Frank was, and you got the NY logo. What's goody?
What's good, Frank Sims? Just got to unmute your mic there on the bottom left hand side.
We see Frank. Salute the low key while he's up in here, man.
Salute to Low Key. What's good?
TS, man, what's going on? 9 Plus, man, you
Hmm.
being quiet, man. I didn't gave you the request, man. If you want to chime in, man, we love 9 Plus over here. Gritty, salute. I don't know if Gritty's still up in the he was banging in the tunnel, man. Pause. You
Fact.
know what I'm saying?
Does anybody
Uh,
else have anything that they want to chime in on that hasn't spoken yet, or just in general? We appreciate all of y'all for
yeah,
rocking with
yeah, yeah.
the
I sent y'all some
spaces.
requests if y'all want to tap in, man. Gritty, yeah, you got to join for and tap in. Nas, you got getting anything on what we said before Gritty goes in?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Black
salute.
Oracle, you got something?
Yeah,
Yeah, just that West Side and the Griselda thing. Yeah, I feel like what you guys said is spot on because you remember what Conway said. West had the land and I did the construction. So I think it
Mm.
feels like West is getting all the paper and we're putting all the work and West is showing off his shoes like you said. Where's our shoes? But so I think they're just gonna keep working from a distance because those guys are close. But I don't think we're gonna get the cool Griselda stuff we used to get back in the day. Like the group efforts and all that stuff. I think that's done.
Ye- Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, I
And as
think that
far
might
as
be far too gone now.
yeah, I think so. And as far as West tried to do the major label thing, that didn't work. I think that was Paul Rosenberg again. Conway wasn't that Paul? Def Jam, that's Paul. And I just don't think that works for those guys. I think it worked when it was just Griselda, the camp, just dropping their own thing. I don't even
Facts.
see why they did from that. But it could be a money thing because, Hit Boy and Alchemist can't be cheap. So can't
Yep.
blame them. But
This is just crazy though, because they had a pathway to really take over too. Like when they was all a full unit, and they just kept banging out them albums like that,
they
and they
did.
started, and that fan base started to grow and grow. Again, when I went to a music
Facts.
festival in Vegas, they almost had a bigger crowd than Kendrick. I
Wow.
mean,
That's
it was
crazy.
I believe it.
Kendrick, Buster, all kinds of people there, and Griselda had the second biggest crowd
That's
by far.
crazy.
I believe it.
Then what year was that?
This was like 3 years ago,
Yeah, that's
like right,
exactly
right,
when they
right
stopped
during
bubbling
COVID.
for. See, me, I think they should just cater to their old fan base, and I think they don't know what that is no more because they dip their toe into that commercial success a little bit, but it ain't really work out to their benefit. I don't, in my opinion. So now I
I
think
No,
this
almost thought
time
Gritty,
I agree.
they should
Gritty. I
just go
almost thought you
back
was
to
gonna
semi
say
underground, cater to the fans that was there packing them shows. And
Yep,
just do that. That's how you're gonna become a legendary group, and people gonna remember your
exactly.
stuff. It ain't about the
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
fanfare.
hey, Bebo, I thought he was gonna say that hot tub too.
I did. Yeah,
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 stop it.
yeah,
You ain't
yeah.
touch. Yeah, don't touch
I
that
thought he
bad
did
boy
that
hot
toe in that
tub,
hot
man.
tub.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That bad
But
boy
no, let's
hot
let's be
tub
clear
is
though.
super cold right now.
Kanye had that dress on and he was in the hot tub with Diddy.
Yeah, for a
Oh
second
boy.
he
True.
was.
Yeah,
So,
Uh,
yeah,
and
man.
again, like a lot of that comes with somebody hitting it from the back, but then also
Oh,
man.
this
Stop
is
it.
when you get around Diddy and them, this is the thing. But this is the thing I can't say about Diddy that's positive. He'll start telling you, or those people will start telling you about the business, and so that's when people go, "Oh, for real? Let me see your contract." Just like when Quincy Jones got around Tupac, and Tupac was like, "Hold up, hey Suge, let me see my contract." He was like, "Why you want to see your contract for?" He's like, "Let me see that contract." And Quincy was like, "Hey man, I got to look at your contract to see what you actually got going on." And when Tupac found out that, hey man, you only getting a quarter or something, you a quarter boy, and then they paying Nate Dogg's child support with your production money, it changes the game and how you look at cats.
facts.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think the West Side been over here like, and don't get me wrong, West Side probably had the bread to put everybody in the game. But then when you start looking at, hey man, okay, now I'm doing this. Hey man, hold on, you got me on an 11 album deal? Like, hold
Word.
up, come on, son. Like we
Yeah,
And you
friends,
gotta
right?
commend Westside for getting them in that position. So if when you get in that position, you're not gonna turn it down. Meeting with Hove,
nah.
going to his
Right. Yeah,
house,
yeah,
taking deals.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that's their wave, man. Just get back to the core fan and the core music.
They got to get back to that, man. I don't think they understand how big that base was, not just
No.
domestically, but international. I mean, they truly did bridge like like mid 2000s hip hop to like now. I
They
mean,
were the
they brought
next,
a whole
they were
sound
the
back.
next Wu-Tang, bro.
Facts. They
Yeah.
brought a
They were
whole
the next
sound
Wu-Tang.
back and
I don't think it's
inspired
over for them
method
though,
man.
but
No, it ain't over with them, but they inspired other cats to
exactly
come back
because they do
outside
got
again.
like Rome Streets and Jay Skis
Yep.
under their umbrella.
Nah.
So
Yep.
But I can say this though, man. Like when niggas start sniffing that bag, like Devon said, and they start looking at other things, because again, a lot of people say, "Hey, man, you got the streets buzzing and everybody love you." But then when they start looking at how much the streets buy your merch and your product, they're like, "Hey, man, we need to get into this other lane. How do we get over there to get that real bag, that suburb bag?" And I think that's what they're thinking success is getting into another audience, getting on that, Breakfast Club audience, because Breakfast Club don't want to do no interview with y'all because y'all too street. Okay, let's clean up a little bit, and then that's when you lose the street appeal. But again, the streets make you hot, and then the other coaches pay for it because they want to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't think they, like you said, I don't think they understand the reach, but we'll see what's going on. This Benny album has a lot riding on it, just not even musically. It has a lot of business on it too.
Ice, if I can jump in, I was just about to say the exact same thing. I think this Def Jam deal with Benny is really about his label and
Mm.
artists that he's trying to push. He's trying to grow his platform so that he could push his artists.
What happens with the the whole Griselda situation, in your guys' opinion, um, if the album is one successful or two doesn't meet the expectations of the label and Benny and such? Like, what are you guys' perceptions on both paths?
Are you saying like a sink or swim
Yeah,
type
yeah, yeah, yeah.
situation?
So
Go
so so
back to
so
the
so if it
basics.
swims,
Yeah.
what is the outlook for not only Benny but Griselda? But if it sinks, same question. What is the outlook in terms of that whole situation?
If
Well,
it
even if
sinks,
it,
go back to that Tanner talk. Feel me? That's
yep,
that's what I say.
Okay.
absolutely.
I don't think he ever wants to go back to 10 and talk
Okay.
unless this thing goes crazy. Because again, Benny's looking at like a Yo Gotti archetype. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna be in the streets, then I'm gonna be connected with Jay now and X, Y, and Z now. Okay, now I'm gonna basically start my own label. Black Soprano family, and then I can get that Yo Gotti kind of money. You know what I'm saying? And then
But when you say though, Iceberg, if it's like super successful, then the next one's going to be even more commercial because Def Jam is going to see them dollar signs.
Ooh. Ooh.
man, and again, you're right because I remember Bum B saying Jive Record was like, hey, we got the money to make a big pimpin' too. And they was like, heck no, we're not doing that because we're gonna lose our fan base doing that crap. You know what I'm
And he
saying?
said on the Breakfast Club that his next joint gonna be for the ladies. People ain't hear that part, but he said that.
And
Benny.
I ain't even hear that either,
and he
Gritty.
still sleeping on that he's sleeping on that Drake joint too.
Facts, word.
So
Man,
if he
but
come out with the Drake
yeah,
joint, what's gonna happen to the
And
Griselda
he got
joint?
a Nas joint in the tuck for the ladies too. So you never
Facts.
know. All that could be on there.
So we'll see. Like I said, we'll see what goes on with this Benny. Well, we gonna go hard in the paint on that on when the Benny drops. But if we just want to talk about that, the last thing today, man, we want to talk about is Hit Boy. Hit Boy's been doing a lot of crazy stuff. Again, nothing's really been popping for Benny. And salute to Alchemist. The Big Dogs was definitely a hit, but Hit Boy's got the elixir, man. When it comes to the game and the big hit, he just got a little J Lo situation. The question, real quick, for you guys is Hit Boy the producer of the decade right now, in your opinion? And I'm talking about,
we talking about the 2020s.
2020s right now, like the last 4 years, man. We're going to go ahead and say it's four
We
years.
in 24 right now. So
Yeah,
yeah. So from
Yeah,
is he the
2015,
producer of the decade?
yeah. Well, this decade definitely, but from 2015 to now, yes, him and Metro. But I give Hit slight edge. I mean, hit the slight edge on that. Yep.
I would say that, I mean, for the longest time, the Alchemist has really been holding it down. I mean,
I was going to co-sign that Bebo P
Okay,
go
because
go
okay.
go
if we
ahead, go
going
ahead then, J Camp,
if we
because
going back to 2015, we got to throw them Freddie Gibbs albums in there that was classics.
Okay.
and
You
that's
know what
not
I'm
to take
saying?
away from what was said about Metro Boomin and
No, no,
of
no, no.
course
Yeah,
Hit
I mean,
Boy. It's
because
just really to
Metro
add on.
Metro Boomin he had stupid hits too, especially
Right.
I mean, he was one of the we ain't had like a really a ATL producer in a while that just went nation like Metro did. I mean, he blew up.
Right.
He blew all the way up. So I mean, I agree with Gritty too. I mean, Metro and Hit Boy, they all the way up there. I only say Al because I would say from 2015 to 2020, like
Yeah,
Al.
Alchemist is obvious to me. I just wanted to, throw another name out there like Metro
Yeah.
because he's been doing them
No,
hits.
no.
You
This
feel me?
well, this thing,
Right.
Metro
No, no,
to
bet
me
no.
is
That's a good pick with Metro.
honestly right now it's Metro, Hit Boy, and you can kind of throw in there. A lot of people don't like the little Nig, but you can throw in Heat Maker, little Young Bird. You know what I'm saying? My little cousin, little Young Bird.
A young bird.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
mean,
he had some
he's
hits.
doing a
He
lot of
had like a
stuff, but
good
people
2 year
people don't,
span.
it ain't hip hop. But if you're looking at young black men doing their thing, it's those three, and you can argue that Metro is the vibe. You know what I'm saying? But Hit Boy
Right.
Facts.
is like can do everything. Like I mean, when you hear Metro, you know it's Metro.
Word.
You can
Hmm.
hear like again, Hit Boy did the whole
Facts.
Yeah, you can
Uh-oh.
definitely hear Metro.
music. He did the whole
Yeah.
Iceberg,
music soul child that he
you
slept
might have
on.
cut
You know what I'm
out.
saying?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Word. Hit
And
Boy is a
he's
chameleon.
supposed to be working on a Michael Jackson album
Facts.
too. So I think
Wow.
to going back to the Hit Boy situation, Iceberg. Yeah, I think if Hit Boy's not like that top producer within this decade, if you will, then he's definitely poised to be just that. I mean, but
Yeah.
he's definitely like right up there. I mean, I would
Yeah.
put him right up there with the with the ALCs and maybe a few others or whatnot. But yeah, Hit Boy's right up there,
Well, and
and I
again,
think he's only going to go higher.
right.
He's only going to go
I mean,
higher.
the dude did the Braun record with some Mexican horns.
Facts.
Word.
Not
He took
not
some
the truck
Mexican
horns.
horn, not the garbage truck
The
horns
dump
from Swiss
right.
Beats. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah, not that.
Yeah, not that joint. I mean, like I said, man, and also, man, Hit Boy, I never seen a producer on his level just be at a swap meet, just chilling with the homies. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Right.
Facts.
I
Right.
So,
think
And
my favorite thing about him is the range. Like you
right.
bro,
never know
facts,
where he's
Nas,
coming from.
Facts.
facts,
It could
Nas.
be like
Facts.
the grimiest hip hop album. Next thing you know, this dude making an album with J Lo. It's like,
Fact.
and
Yeah,
it's
Facts.
hitting,
Exactly. That's what I was
and
just
it's
about
Right.
to
hitting.
say.
You know what
yeah,
I mean? And
yeah.
I feel like he's that producer that bring out monster in you. Like he brings it
Mm-hmm.
out. Like, and that's why he's a top producer for me because it's not like we just gonna make a hit. I think he go in there and really try to see where they at mentally. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
and
for
that's
me,
that's
he's
what I was
definitely a top producer.
absolutely
100.
is. Z, absolutely. And the
I
thing
think
is, along
too. I
with
think
that,
the difference, if you've been in the studio before, it's a difference between somebody saying, "Hey, I made some beats already for you." Like when we saw in the Fade to Black when Jay's going through all them CDs of beats, and it's another thing when a producer you can come right in like Benny did, and he makes a beat right on the spot for you. You're like,
Facts.
hold up, this dude just made something custom for me.
Facts.
I'm about to go crazy on this
Mm-hmm.
joint.
I think the other
Mm-hmm.
thing
Yeah.
along with that is real quick is like your Hit Boys and Alchemists. They're not like, for lack of better wording, classism producers. They're not like they don't they're not in those certain elite circles of quote unquote elite of
Quote unquote.
good old boy producers. Like going back to the range topic that Nas was talking about, absolutely, he has the range, but he also has range enough to say, "Hey, let me work with one of the illest MCs of all time," but then
Facts.
bring it right back
And
to
not
my
fumble
then
the
bring
bag.
and not fumble the bag, but also bring it right back down. Well, not down, but bring it right back to home to my dad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And produce that same level quality. So he's not
That's powerful, bro.
he's not irremovable. So I think that kind of goes along with the range as well. But great points from everybody, and just wanted to add that in there because you guys are really killing it today.
Yeah,
1,000, man.
If I can also add, Hit Boy has also added a narrative story. With Nas and producing for his father out of prison is a crazy story.
That
facts,
So
is
a
Mm-hmm.
lot
facts.
of a lot of producers aren't able to kind of bring an extra little story like that.
Mm-mm.
Like Alchemist. I've been down with the Alchemist since when? Since Mob Deep.
Since my beat,
Fact.
right?
right,
Yeah.
right.
I don't really know nothing, but with Hit Boy, he's not an engaging personality, but what he's doing with his father is
That's
I mean
that's just next level, bro.
that's next level. It is. It
And a
really
lot and a
is.
lot of cats would have said, "Hey, my dad's out of jail. Hey, here's 100,000. Hey, I'm over here working. I'll get with you, later on." It's another thing to say, "Hey, man, I'm," because like literally, he's done. Like I think Big Hit said he got 3 projects. Like one with Jay Worthy. He did the one with Game. He's got one with he got something with Snoop going on. So that's beats that Hit Boy can sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
And then the other thing for them to basically do projects with his pops and then put it on Bandcamp, that's gangster, man. To understand, like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, well, let's not go to a label. Let's do it all ourselves. And then also, I'm not gonna give you money. I mean, I'm sure he's giving them money, but hey, let's make some money together as a
As a
mom
family,
and dad,
man.
as a dad and father joint, a dad and son joint, and then also I didn't know how long Big Hit was in jail. Like I saw a picture of Hit Boy when he took a picture with him when he was in the jail. He was a little boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to still be connected, still love your father, not blame him for whatever situation going on, and how they have a bond. That's a really dope story, man. And like I said,
Very dope story.
we gonna end it with that. J Camp, Bebo P, y'all end it out, man. We had a great convo today. Great Jay-Z convo because it went
Great
from
Jay Z
music
combo.
to it went from music to politics. So it was
Yeah,
great.
I don't know how we got there, but we got there.
We got there. We got there. But Nas say something, Devon and Gritty, Black Oracle, and then J Camp Bebo P, y'all end it off, man.
Yeah, man. I'll say, well, first, thank you for the show. Thank you for the invite. Like, it's a pleasure just being able to interact with y'all. One little tidbit that I like to add about Hit Boy is his father said in the interview that Hit Boy is not only like coaching him in the booth and whatnot and what to say and how to say it, but he was also kind of re-inspiring him to be patient and not go back to chasing or doing something stupid. I
Mm.
found that to be really interesting for a son to be encouraging his father to stay on the path. And yeah, to me, I find that inspirational right there.
Salute,
Big
salute,
facts. Big
salute.
facts.
Dope.
Yeah, man. Salute. I appreciate the invite today, guys. And one last thing on Hit. I just want to say I haven't heard anything whack out of that studio since he been there. So Benny
Facts.
cannot break that streak. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So that's why I
Facts.
think Benny album gonna be dope because everything made in there has been dope. But salute, fellas.
Salute, salute,
Salute
Gritty.
Salute,
back.
Gritty.
Appreciate you.
Great show. Thank you guys for allowing me to. I mean, great room. I don't know what to call it. Show room. I don't know. But thank you guys allowing me to speak. I'll definitely be checking out more.
We
Salute,
definitely
Don. We
appreciate
appreciate
you
we
as well as
appreciate you.
everybody else.
Appreciate you,
Yeah.
sister. Yeah, definitely.
Salute.
Appreciate that, Nas. Now, thanks everybody, Divine, Gritty,
Salute, salute.
Black Oracle, everybody that chimed in today. The
Hero.
fellas,
Salute
yeah,
everybody.
who's everybody? The fellas
salute.
who was in earlier, Hero, and I forgot the other homie's name that chimed in to give their perspective as well. Appreciate all that, man. So, hopefully we get to continue doing this more and more often. Just chiming in. Everybody talking. You know what I'm saying? We in the same space. So, man, but as always, man, appreciate y'all. Bebo
Oh,
P.
yo, so sorry. Just wanted to say peace out. I was just in a tight space there.
Salute,
As
Black
far as
Oracle.
that hit boy thing you're talking about, I definitely think Hit Boy is my favorite at the moment. I think he's the best. Him and Metro definitely up there. What Hit Boy has done, man, these past few years, definitely nothing has been short of stellar from him. I bought that Big Hit album. That thing is crazy. That thing is
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Fire.
That big hit in game, man. That's borderline top notch music, man. And
Agreed.
just what Nas has done, because Hit Boy to me is like a Dr. Dre. And don't get it wrong, I ain't saying he's got the hits of Dr. Dre or whatever, but when someone gets in the studio with Hit, he's definitely
It's a
coaching
hit.
them around. He's picking the exact right beats for them. Like Hit Boy is making music. You'd think it's Pete Rock. You'd think it's DJ Premier. All these beats that he tailors for people. So he's definitely the goat right now, man. And thanks, fellas, for the show. I'm always checking in on whatever you guys are doing, and like I'm always saying on your other show, guys, get the teas to be shipped internationally, man. I'm trying to support. But thanks for everything, guys, and I'll definitely be catching you on the next Fresh Out show that you're putting out next. So salute, fellas.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, where you
Salute.
at, by the way, too, Black Orb?
I'm in Australia at the moment, man.
Australia. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
salute,
We'll
salute.
definitely DM us your address, man. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's like
All
what,
right, man.
5 a.m.?
All right.
5 a.m. there,
Yeah.
Black Oak? Like at least
Nah,
6
it's
a.m.
8:40 morning right now.
Okay.
Okay.
8:40 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bebo P, take
appreciate
us
you,
home,
man.
man.
Hey, we appreciate everybody who chimed in, not only to just speak, but to also listen and to be a part of this because we wanted spaces to be mostly about you guys to have a voice. In addition to always having an ear, whether it's on here, on Spaces, or on YouTube, or on the podcast situation. Very first Spaces from Fresh Out in 2024, and there's going to be many more to come because we want you guys to express your thoughts, your voices, your just feelings about this thing that we call hip hop. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Salute to everybody, and rock with us next time. And next time we'll be on Wednesday on YouTube. That's our 9:30 Eastern Standard Time PM YouTube show. That's next gonna be from Fresh Out. But yeah, salute to everybody. God bless, and please be safe wherever you are. We got much love for y'all, and you got this concluded send off on this Fresh Out Spaces. Iceberg, you got this one.
Nah, so salute to everybody that just came through, man. We love y'all, man. We hip hop fans, man. We just got a platform, so we just want to share that with you guys, and also we want to hear from you. This is why we do the Twitter Space. It ain't about us. So anytime we get on the Spaces, we want to hear y'all talk. Again, salute to Jar, Rap Round Table, According to Hip Hop, Mike D. Coop. You know what I'm saying? Ease, Tony the Dome, all the guys really going out here. Sean J, Adriel Green. Taj over at Nas Info underscore, man, like the pillars of the community of this real independent hip hop media. Salute y'all, man. Bebo P, J Camp. Hey, we out, man. We'll see y'all, man. Salute.
Peace, y'all. Peace, peace.
Peace.
Peace.